that run by Mickey Van de Ven,
Again,
bro.
just
I have a bone to pick with
No,
that. Though,
me too.
Because it's a
Pick
great,
them
it's a
up.
great run.
but
But why the fuck
what are
is
you
there so much
doing?
space? Why is there so much
Are you?
space?
Someone just stick a leg out. What are you doing?
I'm so mad.
You just let the center back just.
All right, let it begin. Let's go.
It's parted the sea like Moses.
Bro, what are you? Bro, you're letting expressions shit on your club? That's crazy. You should have seen the ad libs he was throwing on his live stream. It was generational. Oh my god. And then okay.
The thing is, look, I want to give flowers to Tottenham, but the thing about United is it's so easy to play against them. Tottenham aren't good right now, and they're missing Son. They're missing their best player.
they missed something. Son didn't play.
Aren't good.
Bro, they've been in shoddy form. as
They've
of
been
late.
playing well.
playing
They've been
good
playing
football,
well, but they
really.
haven't got results. So
That's
I
the
know what
thing.
you're
Like
saying. I know
Andrew's
what
been
you're
under pressure. Like we were
Yeah.
here just a couple weeks ago saying like Andrew,
Yep,
Andrew under pressure.
absolutely.
Fair enough.
And they come and they make it look so easy.
Yeah,
and we did
because
this,
it is.
And we've done the same thing against Brighton, against Liverpool, against Crystal Palace, against all these teams. We just make it so easy
Against 20.
to play against.
20.
And that's
We need to
absolutely
get into that.
We need to get into that too.
Europa
No,
League.
no, let's get into that first.
Yeah,
Let's get into that.
No,
because the 20 game happened first.
Because the 20 game. No, this has got to be clipped. This got to be clipped. Because the 20 game happened first, and I text Julian. And I go, Julian, how are you feeling? He goes, oh, I'm not gonna overreact. It's just like we played all right, 1-1 draw. Against 20 at home, you're not overreacting against a 1-1
We're playing
draw.
all right against 20.
Lad, no, you need to overreact.
I wasn't panicking, bro. It was Europa League, first game, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
What do
In a
you-
competition that you should be winning, respectfully.
Yes.
Bro, I understand, but it was one game in the Europa League. I was like, let me not fucking press the panic button yet. On Sunday though, don't
Okay. So after that shit show of a goal from Van de Ven, also shout out Brennan Johnson, eh?
Yeah.
Proving the haters wrong. Good
Yeah.
for him. I mean, I don't care for him, but
Shh, the fuck up. The gimmick's over, bro. I'm sorry. I'm mad at everybody.
bro, he's getting like death threats and shit. Like it's terrible. Anyway, not
Yeah, you proved them wrong, all right? Just
okay. So, and then United still weren't in the game. Like nothing really happened. Tottenham were running out of the park.
And then Bruno's like, let's be even less in the game.
Bruno Fernandes. So not only did he have a stinker against 20, this game he did nothing. No one did anything in this game. But every pass you guys tried to make,
oh my
Tottenham would just intercept it. They played really well defensively, and obviously they just controlled the entire game. And then the red card, which was harsh.
It is harsh,
Shouldn't have been a red. He
but we love
slipped.
to see it.
It's fucking irrelevant though.
It
It's
is.
fucking irrelevant.
Because
The game was lost.
Oh, so United were better in the second half if they had motherfucker. We could have had 13 players out there, and it would not have made a difference. We were completely played out of the park in every single way, tactically, physically, in terms of effort, everything, bro. And they came to our park. They came to our stadium, and they done us up like that. We played like Ipswich, bro. Ipswich have more of an identity than us right now. How can that work? How is that possible,
do you want me?
bro? And it's just everything. There's zero positives, and the players, massive problem. Manager, massive problems. It's been 2.5 years of this shit now. We have zero identity, and there seems to be a switch in these players that every single time things are going wrong and the going gets tough, they just switch off, bro. It's like someone goes in the group chat and they're like, you know what, guys, let's just try another manager. I'm kind of sick of this guy. Whatever. I like guys with hair. Let's fucking turn off now. And it's just like they stop fucking trying. It's
Stick
just
to the
fucking
plan.
ridiculous. And now they want another guy, and then now a new story's coming out this year in the Guardian saying that the players now recognize that Erik ten Hag will be sacked. Well, fuck you then, bro.
What, 'cause
These
he
players have been
shouldn't?
through.
What, 'cause he shouldn't?
Oh my, don't.
Why, 'cause he shouldn't?
Southgate.
He shouldn't?
He has two. If he doesn't win these next two games, which he fucking won't, then he needs to go.
It's like every single game he's like,
I know.
it's not gonna happen in 4 games. It's been 38 times 4 games.
So, do you want me? Here's my thing.
Stick to the plan.
stick to the plan.
The captain.
We bounce back.
The captain should be the one that the responsibility
Falls onto.
to get the players into the game should fall onto, besides the coach.
Is
I
the
agree.
captain doing that job?
And the captain has been here for 3 managers now.
3.
3, not 4, right? 3.
3.
if you
about
include
3.
Rangnick, yeah.
Yeah, we're counting that.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm saying it. He's a cancer, dude. I
Cancer.
think he's a genuine cancer to your team, and maybe it's an underneath one, and it's not. You haven't seen it on the CT scans yet, but it's there. Like it's there, and I'm so sick of this Bruno. Like I know a lot of United fans like him, and a lot of United fans also hate him. But I'm just sick of the, like he does so much attacking wise. He has good performances. How many times does he let your team down? How many times? I don't care. He got the red. That also, despite the fact that it wasn't a red card, he still made a dumb challenge. He didn't play well.
Head loss.
He didn't play well in the game against 20. He didn't play well. I don't think he played well against Crystal Palace either. Obviously, it was a 0-0.
He hasn't played well.
And it's like
Since-
he hasn't been the player you got from Sporting since like 2 years ago. I'm over this Bruno being a good player. I just don't see it. And again, there's bias there. But I think he's a cancer. I think he's a terrible captain. I don't think that players want to play for him. I don't. And I don't think he can rally players either. I think he whines. I think he complains. And I think at the end of the day, you'll never get farther than an FA Cup with Bruno Fernandes. You need him gone. You need Rashford gone. You need these players who have continuously not shown up and are untrustworthy and sack managers because they're sick of playing for them. You need them gone.
Bro, the thing with Bruno is that he's the best of a terrible bunch, and maybe in my mind that makes me think like, oh, that he's actually pretty good because the rest of the shit around him is just that shit,
And I don't.
and
yeah.
he's just like, piss maybe something still bad but not as bad.
No, and
No, I'm disappointed with him because I know there's talent there. There's been plenty of games last season. He's like, even towards the end of last season where he would put us on his back and just get us results. And I do think the players do like him there in the dressing room, and I do think he's not even a bad captain or nothing. I think it's just man. It's everybody. And there's so many leaders on that pitch that should be that. Casemiro was on that pitch. He should have been better. De Ligt is apparently a good captain. Central Martinez as well. We have characters in there that should be good leadership options. But I guess what they say is just like one bad apple ruins the bunch. And maybe that's the thing. And who is that bad apple? Maybe it is Bruno. Fuck, I don't know. I think United has significantly had better days since he came to the club. Like, I can't deny that.
yeah.
Maybe that's the fact too. But fuck, maybe it's the same thing with like Aubameyang a couple of years back, where it's like, yeah,
That's-
of course he's getting us results, but like, how is he in the dressing room? I think Bruno is fine in the dressing room. I think there are probably characters in there that are worse than him. I like the fact that he came out and volunteered to do an interview with Sky Sports after that. And I know those are little things, but like,
He also just did that to say it wasn't a red. It wasn't like he apologized. He just said it wasn't a red.
he did apologize.
Did he?
He did apologize.
My bad. I didn't see the whole thing. My apologies. I'm apologizing now.
Like, I guess just like I'm just so disappointed with him because I know that there's like serious talent there, and I've seen it with Manchester United and Portugal and even Sporting before that, and like.
And I agree with you. There is talent there. And I'm going to give kudos to you because me just shitting on your players is like, that's not an easy thing to just listen to. And I know we have similar ideas that like, obviously your team isn't good right now and that's not hard to dissect, but I just think, I think when is enough? You know what I mean? When is the excuse of like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I think he's a good captain, but when is that not enough? When is enough? Because you've you've won a trophy. We won an FA Cup with Aubameyang. But when is that enough? No, that's not the goal. So if that's as far as you can go, and the Maple Leafs have had this problem too, and I'm still fucking sucked in, so maybe I'm blinded by it too. I understand, but when is enough? When you're just like, fuck this, we need to change, and even if it's hard, just get rid of the lot. And again, Ineos and your higher ups, they probably don't want to do that. They probably are not allowing to get rid of Rashford and Maguire and Lindelof and Bruno and all these guys. So you know what? Maybe I am on your side about the owners. Maybe that's an issue. But at the same time, like,
You do need to change. It's so blatantly obvious. It's not working. It's not been working for the past 2 years. Sure, you won an FA Cup, but it's just,
I agree.
it's not sticking. It's a marathon, the Premier League.
And that's the only
your players are
little
not
bit-
prepared for that.
Yeah.
That's the only little bit of sympathy that I have for Ten Hag. It was the same feeling I had last year. It was like, okay, what manager could come in and save the situation? Genuinely, like, the talent you look at on paper, like, people say, like, under a good manager, like, these guys should be challenging for the league. But the thing is, football isn't played on paper, and you don't know how it is on the dressing room. You don't know how it is inside those players' minds. And football is such a complicated mental game that it's like, man, how many times have these guys been checking out and disappointed managers and let the fans down, honestly? It's like, it's getting to the point where you're disrespecting the fans. And, like, Erik Ten Hag, I'm sure, has done his best, and I have so much sympathy for the guy because last season it was injuries and it was all of this bullshit. And then before that, it was bad apples in the squad. Jadon Sancho was a massive bad apple. I don't care how well he's doing right now. Ronaldo against the manager was a bit of a
Right,
bad apple.
right.
Just getting rid of those were massive challenges, and he's had to overcome massive challenges. And now it just looks like that. Fuck, the players are just in this cycle where new manager comes in, they want to prove that the last manager was a problem. They perform and they have this bounce, and then the going gets tough, and then they down tools, and then the manager maybe gives them a bit of a knocking and go like, guys, you need to be better, and they say no, fuck you, and they just down tools even more, and then the manager gets sacked, and then it's a repeat, recycle every single 2 or 3 years. And I think we're getting to the end of that cycle with Ten Hag.
Yeah.
The big thing with Ten Hag was when Ineos came in, I was like, okay, the Glazers, yeah, sure, maybe they're still here, but if they're not running the football operation, which is a massive problem at United for many, many, many years, maybe this could be better. Maybe this could be a turning point. Maybe this could be a new chapter in United. But that doesn't come without changing the core. At the end of the day, most of this United team is still the same United that was failing under Ollie, Rangnick, fuck even Mourinho, Van Gaal.
Yeah.
We got a Don in this squad that was still here when Ferguson was here. And maybe with Ferguson, it was a good thing that he's still here. But just the point.
Who
the point.
again?
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans,
Okay,
yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
there needs to be, and I do trust Ineos with making the changes, but I do sympathize with them because like I think of what changes need to be made, and I look at people out there trying to suggest things that need to be made, and none of it inspires me. The manager situation. What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
It's Thomas Tuchel, a guy that we just rejected in the summer. Is that what we're doing now? A guy that's gonna just do this exact same thing where we got to bounce for a year and then inevitably, like he does at every other club, down tools and kind of goes off the rails. Is that gonna happen? Are we gonna get Gareth fucking Southgate? Oh God, I hope not. I saw stories today that
If y'all get Southgate, like I will genuinely be your shoulder to cry on.
dude.
Like
Oh my God.
I'm a football fan, but I love you as a person. Like you're one of my best friends. Like I would be there for you because I would.
I'm not one to promote negativity or any of that.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen over the last
Mhm.
few years, I am Southgate out before he goes pen to paper. Like I am. Oh,
Do you know like that would be the craziest thing to happen in
If that
football history? I swear.
instantly any credit in the bag for Ineos is thrown out
But
the window.
Realistically, if that happened, he'd be sacked by like 2 months.
See, but we're also
No, I honestly don't even fucking believe that. Because the thing with Southgate, that little fucking prick, is that he's so nice.
It's like Ollie.
He's like Ollie,
He's like
dude.
Ollie.
He's Ollie, but English, and he has better style. That's it.
There you go. There you go.
He'll wear some nice Vapor Maxes to the training, or not even fucking Vapor Maxes. What are like the Adidas equivalent of Vapor Maxes?
Ultra Boost.
Fucking some clean Ultra Boost. So when the triple blacks, so Rashford will be like, oh, I like that, cool, whatever, and he'll bring some camaraderie, and there'll be a big player bounce because of that, and then we'll get to like Christmas time, we'll go to the Emirates, and we'll get spanked. But by then they would have given him the full contract, and we're locked into it, and we're in the same scenario in a year or two. And that's the thing with the manager. And there's Simone Inzaghi, who I saw is linked to. Good manager. That won't fucking work here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Kieran McKenna. Oh, the same assistant we had for 3 years under Ollie. Oh yeah, great idea, guys. Who else is there? Fucking Thomas Frank we were linked to last summer.
Ugh.
What are we doing? Julian Nagelsmann. Oh yeah, he'll want to leave Germany. 2 years to a World Cup. Like when I think about that, I'm all for Ten Hag doesn't deserve to be here because I'm getting a little sick of the guy. But you have to think more logically of what's the plan after that. And you can apply that to everywhere else in the squad. We just gave Bruno a new contract, bro. We just gave Bruno a new contract. I don't know for how many years, but a new contract. He's on over, I think, nearing 300K a week. And we gave Rashford a new contract last summer too.
Yeah.
So both those guys are highest earners at the club alongside Casemiro. And we are locked into these players. We tried selling Casemiro. We thought Casemiro was a sure lock to be sold this summer to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia didn't want him. You know how mental that is?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate
That's
disrespect right there.
That is insane. Like, so it's not as easy to just like, you need to sell this guy, because one, we don't even know if Ineos and the guys up top are capable enough of that. I think they are. But second, with the wages they're on, with the diluted interest there's going to be because of that, because of this public downfall and the bad PR because of it around the world, it's so hard to sell these guys. A new manager would come in tomorrow. He can't go sell Anthony, sell Casemiro, sell Maguire, sell Lindelof, sell Johnny Evans, sell Bruno, sell Rashford. You cannot do that.
But he should be able to.
He should, absolutely.
But you know what I mean? Like that's
Absolutely.
that's the intrinsic problem with your club right now.
I always thought of our tenure under Erik ten Hag as very similar to yours under Arteta, where it was very rough for a few years. But once the time came where you were trusted the youth, and especially when the time came that you just did anything to get the bad apples off your books, that's when things really started turning. And I feel like that's the kind of point that we need to get to next, but we're just so far from it, depending on who you want to count as a bad apple.
You guys have trouble letting go of the players that it's like the obvious virus that's sitting there, but you don't want to call it out for what it is.
And so many of these players are Erik ten Hag players, but the biggest ones aren't. The most influential ones aren't.
Are not.
And those were the
correct.
same players that when Rangnick was here, he was referring to as needing to go as part of an open heart surgery. And of course, you can bring in all the appendages and everything, but the heart of the team is still the same rotten core that have gotten many men sacked before. And this cycle with whoever you bring in is just not going to change. And that's just the truth of it. So that's the only bit of sympathy I have for Erik ten Hag. The only little bit. Because I think of options and I think of like, okay, how much worse could it get? Like, what are we in for under a new tenure? But that's my thing. Ten Hag probably still doesn't deserve the job, if I'm being honest.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to say.
I mean, that made me happy.
Okay. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Did it not make you happy?
I don't like seeing you sad. Maybe
I'm
I'm
not even.
maybe I'm just an empath.
I'm
No,
not even
sorry.
sad. I'm just.
No, like genuinely, from a selfish point of view, our Branta era was bad.
Yeah, no.
It was bad. So
I really I like what you say about you're
It makes a
comparing
lot
it
of sense,
to,
yeah.
to Arsenal because it really kind of looks like
yeah.
it's the same kind of situation. Would you have believed 2 years ago when you started picking it up from the prior season that you would have picked it up that year? No. So maybe
Even-
I'm telling myself that maybe it could click at any point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. It
He's
could.
been-
Like the season where I think you guys really started getting good was when you
We finished 5th.
finished 5th. You started that season with 3 losses on the
Mhm.
bounce, including a
20th.
5-0 loss at City. Right?
2-0 at
Who,
Brentford.
who would have thought there
Yeah.
that you're going to challenge for league titles under this
Right.
And we
manager?
let Romelu Lukaku score against us at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chelsea, yeah.
Fuck.
And we trusted the process, right? But at that same time though, we weeded out the people who needed to be weeded out.
You did that in January. That was January that Aubameyang left. There you go.
And look what happened.
Mhm.
And then the next season, we're second. Season after that, second again, 1 point off the title. Like,
so who's Bruno's replacements then?
We probably don't know who Bruno's replacement
Who would
is.
you take as like what player would you be like, yeah, Bruno can go for?
Fuck, I don't know. Let's take a tour around Europe right now.
Wanna do
I didn't even think it. I haven't even thought of that because the prospect of us selling Bruno is just impossible for
Yeah.
me to even think of.
Musiala? You take over Bruno?
Like in terms of like who's the better player?
Who would you take in Manchester United?
if you could swap them right now, would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
What about
Because
I-
but
I
that's
No,
the
I
problem.
would, I
That's the
would, I
problem,
would, I
Julian.
would.
You need to let go, brother.
That's what I
You
mean.
need to
yeah.
let go. Just let go.
No, he is. You were getting in my head today saying that Musiala is inconsistent, and that's the last thing we need at United. That's the thing.
What
That's the
about
thing.
I haven't named it. What about Florian Wirtz?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah?
100%.
What about Odegaard?
You motherfucker! This guy said that. Oh no! I'm not doing this.
No, you don't have, you can say no. I mean, that's wrong, but you can say no.
You wouldn't take him? You can say yeah.
You don't have to take him now because he's injured. But
You can also say yes.
I don't love
so,
Odegaard,
guys,
man.
that Mickey Van de Ven run was crazy.
Anyway, I'm sorry because I hate seeing and I feel like last year, not around this point, but you felt this way last year too.
yeah.
Maybe I think the issue is very clear now. To me, at least, the issue is very clear. It's the rotten apples thing.
Mhm.
I think the and
Just that game
But
is-
we've known that
game is the
before, though. We've known
perfect-
that. We've
I
known
know.
that.
It's just the perfect thing. Why do we start playing well at the 60th minute mark
Yeah.
when we're a man down? Like we're oh my god,
Julie-
we get dominated for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, it's okay.
Bruno gets sent off. Ten Hag gives whatever kind of team talk he gave, and then we do literally the exact same thing. We're 2-0 down after 2 minutes. I watched the second half on my treadmill. I almost fell off. I was
Julian,
What?
Julian, I have a genuine question for you though. Name me. I genuinely want you to name me the players that you can genuinely trust in this team.
And
And
no,
there- be
this is the thing. There are
brutally honest.
players.
Very-
There are
No,
players
don't-
that
no,
I
I don't
can
want-
trust.
No, but
And then there are players that I can't not
No,
trust yet.
those don't count.
those
then.
don't count.
People
It's
that
who
you
do you
can
trust right now
trust.
to go out
that you can
right
trust
now?
from your starting 11.
Or whoever,
your starting
whoever he
11.
wants, whoever he wants.
Let me pull the squad. Let me pull the squad.
And you beat like so. I'm saying I think United fans like obviously you're very critical of your club, but I think you're not hypercritical of the players at the club at the moment. There's this like essence.
Not hypercritical of the players.
I feel like there's an essence of mediocrity that you just allow into your club.
And that
Like the Bruno thing, he's been mediocre, and that it's unacceptable.
same thing with the
It's
20 thing.
unacceptable.
With the 20 thing, I don't
But
see
that's
how
the
there's
thing,
more
like-
of immediate outrage when you guys drew to 20, because I think that's a worse situation than losing to Tottenham, because 20 is a team that shouldn't even be in the conversation, shouldn't even be playing against
no.
Manchester
Yeah.
United.
The thing about 20 was we drew that game because Christian Eriksen made a dumb giveaway.
He also
And that was
scored
re-
your only goal. You
And
didn't score besides
I know,
him.
but Twente, it's not like Twente was bombarding us with chances and completely dominating the game. Were we shit in that game?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
But
That's all we
why are you-
Tottenham
want.
was a lot more
can't-
alarming because that was the game where you're playing your star midfield three. They get run over. You're playing Rashford, Garnacho on the wings, which I love, and you're playing in what Ten Hag would honestly describe and label as your best 11, and it's just the way that game played out. It's just the embarrassment that they came here and gave us. That's the thing. Players to trust. That I can absolutely trust. That I could go like week in, week out, like
You're in.
yeah, you're in. Based off this season, I can trust Onana.
sure.
I can trust Matthias de Ligt. I can trust Lisandro Martinez. If he's on the right wing, I could trust Diogo Dalot. Big picture.
Okay.
On the right wing?
On the right back.
On the right
yeah, on the right
side
side
of the
yeah,
pitch.
Yeah.
I guess.
I can trust Mazraoui as a sub. I definitely can't trust Luke Shaw. I don't know what we were doing there because now reports coming out that he's out till November.
That's what
Just a reminder, he missed the entire end of last season in the run-in. He's magically fit
for the Euros.
for the Euros final, and then all of a sudden he comes back to training and he says, "Yeah, I'm injured again." What are we doing there? Also, the fact that we didn't sign a left back with Malacia being out as well. Anyways, can't trust Casemiro. I can't even trust Bruno at this point. I can trust Mainu. I
Sure.
can trust Mainu.
Yep.
Ugarte I can't trust. Ugarte.
Yeah, he's been weird.
He looks
He's
lost
been
to me.
weird.
He looks absolutely
He's been
lost
so
to me.
weird.
Thanks for 60 mil.
Yeah, fuck you. You're a bitch.
I,
Oh, also Joshua Xerxes, I'm so out on. I told you this from the very beginning. I know it's soon. I get he had a stinker of a game, and I get his confidence is low, and I get all these things.
Yeah.
I said it was a weird signing from the beginning. I do not understand why you bring in Joshua Xerxes to bolster your attack. I just
Well,
don't get it.
it is a weird sign.
I just don't get it. I never got it. I didn't get
well,
it
he
from
was
the beginning.
he's supposed to be the sub behind Hoyland. That's the thing.
I know, and then he's starting.
Well, because Hoyland is still coming back from injury.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess Hoyland would be the only one that where you would say like, okay, he should be our.
Yeah.
That's not our best
Anyway.
11, but still, like,
Yeah.
I can't trust Rashford. Can't trust Xerxes. Definitely can't trust Anthony. Amad Diallo. Sure, but I wouldn't want him starting week in week
There
out.
you go. Okay.
He needs
We
some
don't- yeah,
competition
okay.
there. I can trust Garnacho.
Yep.
I can even trust Hoyland.
I'm okay with
That's
Hoyland. I like the profile of the player. So again, that's
So what
like
is that, like 7 players?
7 players out of your 20.
That's the thing, man. And again, once again, a bad apple infests the whole batch.
Yeah, exactly. Because the bad apple from whoever it is, let's say it's Ericsson in this example, because just to shut off the hate from Bruno.
Sure.
Ericsson is having a shitty game, and everyone knows it. He's not playing the pass to Garnacho, who you know you can trust, but he's not getting the pass anymore. He's getting mad at Ericsson for not playing well. Garnacho's not playing well. That means there's no service to the striker, and then it spreads. And then everyone who you thought you could trust is just a pile of shit.
I like that. So many times where there's just a 1-2 being made, and just a miscommunication between one guy and second guy, and it just goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is school ground. What are we doing?
And football is like a game of moments. It's little moments that it's a crazy pass that opens up the play. It's a 1-2, like you said. Those moments that happen that create space that change the game. You couldn't get a single one of those in that Tottenham game. And again, the bad apple thing, like that's what happens. So I don't know.
But it would take a clear out of monumental
know.
proportions to bring a fix to this, which makes, like, I honestly say, like, if or when we do get to a good point, not saying that these guys will still be here, but there will be a resemblance of a poor United squad that is included in the next good United squad. Because we need a lifeline. We need something. We need a Cole Palmer-esque player to come in and revitalize this club. We need a Bruno from a couple years back to come into this club.
Bruno can be a functioning and a great player on a team. He just cannot be a captain, in my opinion.
The thing is, he epitomizes the Ollie brand of football, where under that manager, he was the absolutely perfect type of attacking midfielder. Under Ten Hag, it's just, there's been fantastic moments, don't get me wrong. Bruno is still, like, a great ability-wise. But just the possession base to control games that you usually want under a Ten Hag system that I suppose Ten Hag would want, or that we've been told Ten Hag wants, doesn't suit Bruno. And I think that's kind of why Ten Hag wants that basketball style for a little bit, especially parts in last year, because it fits Bruno's style more. But Bruno wasn't really delivering, and our press was discombobulated, and it never worked, and Casemiro lost his legs. So, again, maybe we do need a Martin Odegaard type player, one that could control possession a little bit more than Bruno, not play as many, crazy passes and lose possession as many times. That's what it is, man.
Yeah. I think we'll move on.
That was good.
Do you have anything, like, final to say? I think you touched on a lot of stuff.
If I fell off my treadmill, I would have sued. Like, it just
you would have sued?
I would have, like,
That's crazy.
Well, you were running the kilometers for Bruno.
Yeah, you were just making up for his
bro.
for his record. Anyway, United, who's their next match? Who do they got next in the Europa League?
We go.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have opened this can of worms.
We go away to Porto.
Okay.
All right, at the Dragão, where even you guys struggled last year.
Yep.
And then this time
A
next
struggling Porto, who just lost to Bodo Glimt with the red
makes me
card.
feel a little bit better, actually.
With the red card.
Or does it make you feel worse when you inevitably?
when you
sorry,
lose.
sorry.
Oh, are you saying it's an easier game that we're not gonna have to come as mentally prepared for?
I'm saying
That's a
Bruno.
point.
I'm saying Bruno and Mazraoui could start. Yeah.
Bruno will start 100%.
Okay. Yeah. And then who's your prem game before the international break?
Villa.
Okay.
Oh.
So
we're dropping a 16.
Anyway,
Hear me out.
Okay. Speaking of European competitions, let's preview the Champions League this week, and then we'll call it a day.